Today's verse of the day, Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3. Commit your works to the Lord and your plans will be established. Key word, commit. In 2026, you've got to commit to your dreams. You've got to commit to God's purpose and his plan for you. You've got to commit to the calling that God has for you. You can't continue to allow yourself to get distracted. You can't continue to allow yourself to not show up for yourself, for your family, for your friends, and for those who are counting on you to do great things. You are fully capable of doing the great things that you know you're capable of doing. You're just getting in your own way and not allowing yourself to persevere those things. So the question is, when are you going to say enough is enough? And when are you going to say it's time for me to lock in and time for me to pursue my dreams and it's time for me to commit to what God has for me? Until you consciously make that decision, it will never happen. And that's the reality. So in 2026, you gotta commit. That's the word of the day, commit. With that being said, let's get to the chart. All right, you guys, here we have the Monday charts loaded up. On the SPY chart, ticker symbol SPY, 5-minute time frame. As you guys see here, going into the beginning of this year, we opened below 690. Opening this day, particularly on 686.50, where we then saw some levels being held at the 686 level, going into a back and forth between 686 and 687.6. We then got a break above 686 after 9 o'clock, where I then took a retest of the orb high for a simple move to the upside for continuation. Taking profits around 9:30, that's where I look for an exit at 688.8. We then got some rejections coming in where we held this EMA level going back up to 689, and we got failure and moved back and forth for the remainder of the day. So that was our entry on Monday. And yeah, let's move on to Tuesday. Here we have the Tuesday charts loaded up on the SPY charts, ticker symbol SPY once again, 5-minute time frame. Opening back in that range of 687 and 688. We then got a breakout above 688, where we then pushed back into our previous high of 689, breaking above 689 intraday and going higher all the way up to 690.86, close to 691. However, we then saw some rejections come in, which is where I look for my entry. Once we got back above these highs, I looked for a failure to kick in, and once I saw failure, I took the position using that high of day as stop loss, catching the failure back below 690, going all the way down to 688.3, where we then saw reversals. However, I took profits after breaking this 689, going back down to 689 really just about 689.2. So we took full profits around here. Move continued a little bit further, and then we got reversals going back into the orb high, and we held that level for the remainder of the day, pushing up to new all-time highs and closing the day out around 691.82. So that was Tuesday. Very clean entry and very defined risk all the way back to the downside for the majority of that day, and then we got the reversal at that orb high going back higher. So let's move on to Wednesday. Here we have the Wednesday charts loaded up on the Invesco QQQ ticker symbol 5-minute time frame. As you guys see here, we had our orb level set between 622.56 and 624.78. Opening out this day here, we were holding above previous level that we actually failed to hold above on Tuesday. Going into that Wednesday chart, however, we were holding above that level. After we held above this level, we started to show continuation to the upside, and then after the orb level formed, we then saw some wicks back and forth between the previous rejection zone that was a major rejection zone in the past few months. We started to hold above that previous rejection zone and also show signs of bull flag, where I then looked to take an entry. After forming continuous wicks and actually holding this green line here, which is the EMA, I looked to take an entry after closing above this line here at this entry point right here, where I then looked to get a break above the orb high and previous candle highs, which we ended up getting after a few minutes. So from 9:25 to about 9:30 is when we got that move back to new all-time highs all the way up here to 625.69, which is actually where I full sold. And I sold right on time because right after I sold, we saw a quick liquidation and quick wick back below our trend, and then it actually just faked out a lot of people who were bullish on this play to get out of their position, and then it went right back up and actually continued to go up after wicking everybody out of their position. So I was able to capitalize and, take full risk and full profit on this position, which I was really happy about. However, I could have got a re-entry here after seeing this candle close and continue to hold that trend, essentially. Going all the way to new highs for the day and for the week. We then got a rejection later on in that session, but we were fully done trading by this time. So that was Wednesday's trading session. Let's move on to Thursday. Here we have the Thursday charts loaded up. Ticker symbol QQQ, 5-minute time frame. As you guys see here, we got back into that rejection zone of 624, failing back below that level, where we then saw some sharp selling coming in after failing below 624, going all the way back down to 617.8. We then got a reversal bounce going back into the order below. However, this first half of the session for the morning, I wasn't on my phone looking to take trades, so I just waited till later in the day. After majority of the session went by, I started to see a trend line forming with a triangle, and I also noticed that we were still forming to the downside, so I was looking to take puts to the downside. I was able to capitalize off of this move. Very small move from 619.84 down to 618.40. However, we could not get that continuation that I was looking to get. Essentially, I was looking to see failure back below these lows, these previous lows that we were getting over here, but we could not get that low, because if we were able to break these lows here, we definitely would have liquidated and saw a lot lower. But the market just was not weak. We were retesting a lot of demand zones for a lot of tech names, and the market ended up holding for the remainder of the day, breaking back above this trend and failing that trend, essentially closing out the day right around 620 for the day. So that was our small scalp move that we were able to catch, which wasn't too bad at all, and I was not upset at that move at all. I just wanted to see an overall downside drawdown come in from the market, because we had a really weak session given the price action. As you guys saw on the chart, a lot of names looked like that day, but we were retesting demand, so you gotta respect demand whenever it kicks in. So with that being said, let's move on to Friday. What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new, make sure to click the like button and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell for more videos. Also, check out my website. It is now live. There you can get free access to my day trading course, and I have plenty of other information and courses coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. It's www.continuebelieve.com. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get back to it. All right, you guys, and for Friday, we actually had a one and done trade on Friday. Loading up currently, we have the ticker symbol Tesla, TSLA, loaded up on the 5-minute time frame. As you guys see here, Tesla retested. As I said, on Thursday, we had some major selling coming in, and Tesla was a really weak name throughout the whole week. However, we were reapproaching this demand zone that I have charted here, which is the 431.86 level, and that is where I actually intended to take a position on going into Friday. So the market opened right in my zone. I saw a retest back down to 431. I saw it go below it and then reclaim above it. Once it moved back above it, I just got in the position and looked to see upside back into the pre-market high. And we got there pretty quickly. Right before 9 o'clock, we got there. Having a retest here back below that pre-market high and right around this pre-market low, and actually was also the orb high that formed for the day. We then got a bounce and a continuation move back above the pre-market high. And we actually continued to run for the remainder of the day, closing out the day at 445.66. Unfortunately, I was not able to capitalize on this entire move. I just targeted, as I said, pre-market highs, so we were able to catch a very significant move to the upside from 431 up to 439.8. But we missed out on the majority of this move, going for a continuation back into 450. I was nonetheless happy about my execution on this trade because it was very quick and easy. Like I said, within the first 30 minutes of the trade, I was already done trading. Within the first 30 minutes of the trade session, I was already done trading, so I was very happy about that. And it was a very easygoing, well-defined risk trade when it comes to a retest of demand, a failure to break below that demand level. You want to take levels like this when it's very clear and the risk is defined, because on a name like Tesla, it can move $9 in a day, $10 in a day, even $20 in a day. So be mindful of those kind of trades, and there's always those kinds of opportunities in the market, especially when you're looking for it. And yeah, so that was our recap for the week. And overall, it was a really good week. We practiced patience, we practiced discipline, and looking to just stick to our strategies and theories on what we look to see happen in the market. And we managed the risk properly on a lot of trades that we took. We took a few other trades outside of those that I mentioned. Those are just the top plays that I took this week. And yeah, no real holes in the trading session. So I was very happy about my approach to this week and my mentality going into the start of this year. And so I'm very happy the way we started out the year so far. But let's move on to market predictions and talk about what we can look and see happen next week. All right, you guys, here we have the 4-hour time frame loaded up on the SPY charts, ticker symbol SPY. As you guys see, we closed out the week at new all-time highs, closing out at 694.02. After retesting 695, we got a little bit of a failure kicking in and going back down to 694.02. What can we look to see happen next week? I'm just going to zoom out here and try to look at the charts a little bit more, just kind of get an idea of what we're doing. We are still forming higher, going higher with higher highs and lower highs here. As you guys see, the market has not broken that trend just yet. We've broken the previous all-time high and gone to new all-time highs. So to me, the levels to watch are going to be that previous all-time high level, which is around 690 and 685. But 690 is the closest level that I see. So if we can retest 690 and hold 690, we can definitely push back into 695. However, if we fell back below 690, that is where we can possibly see some more downside kick in. If we fail 690, we can get a retest of 685. And if we fail 685, we definitely can see some more downside. However, it's the range, to me, the range between 690 and 687.5 are the levels to watch for a retest of demand. And like I said, if we fail that 690 to 687.5 level, then we can see more downside going back to 685. And then if we fail 685, we can see a push back down below 685 going to 680. Just based off this previous trend right here, you guys see. I'm gonna form it for you guys. So even back here, back in November, we got this trend that's forming right here, and just kind of uptrend back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You got a upside move, then it comes down, upside move, then it comes down, upside move, then it comes down. But as it's coming down, it's going gradually higher and higher. So that's what we call an uptrend. And so with it continuing to form the uptrend, our levels are going to continue to move up when it comes to where we look to take risk and where we look to take positions on day trading. So those are the levels to watch going into next week. Comment below your thoughts whether or not you guys think the market will continue to run, or if you think that the market will be due for a sell-off in the coming future. Me personally, I think that January is going to be a strong start to the year, and we will see higher. So be mindful of that. That's just my opinion. This is not financial advice. Make sure to do your own research. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Comment below your favorite part of the video, your favorite trade that I took, and let me know some trades that you guys took as well. With that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace out.